Action.
Hi, everybody. It's Lisa Krubosh with the Pismo Beach Chamber of Commerce. And we are not live today because we've got some technical difficulties, but it's our Learning Curve Summit with myself, Valerie Mercado, who is our vice chair. And our special guest today is Real Men Wear Pink, Tom Becker.
Yay.
Thank you guys so much for
Central
having
Coast
me.
representative. Happy to have you.
Thank you, Tom. We're so happy to have you. From where are you at right now?
He's in a disclosed area. And so today's a big day. And why is that, Tom?
Today is the beginning of Real Men Wear Pink, October 1st. So as everybody's aware, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And today being the first, we are kicking it off, and we're going to absolutely have a blast this month.
Yes, we are. And no better to have Lisa on here, who has fought the fight twice now, and was involved with the breast cancer awareness, the last event that we did last year, which was absolutely amazing. And we've been saying recently, because a lot of the reminders are coming up on Facebook, and Lisa was completely bald at this time last year. So we love the curls, though. See, the hair can come back. The hair can come back. So
we went from long straight hair to bald to some curly gray hair, but it's hair.
And you look absolutely wonderful.
Oh.
So
thank you, Tom. Thank you.
So Tom, tell us a little bit about Real Men Wear Pink for those of them out there maybe that don't know what that represents, what that means, what it means to you to be a real man that wears pink. And you pretty much do that all month, right? You'll wear pink every day this month.
that is correct. This month, every day you will see me wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, I will be wearing pink to bring awareness to breast cancer. The Real Men Wear Pink is part of the American Cancer Society, and what our goal is to bring awareness, talk to people, kind of stick out in a crowd, and have people give us that little bit of a different look, and be able to spark that conversation and talk to them about some of the most uncomfortable conversation that anybody wants to have, and that is, you know, cancer. Everybody's been affected by it, but nobody really wants to talk about it.
Right.
But I'm that awkward one that if you give me that dirty look, I'm going to come or not even a dirty look, but if you give me that look, I'm going to come over and have a conversation with you. And I'll be making sure that you do your mammograms, that you're checking up, you're staying healthy. I bring all that to just raise that awareness, you know, in conjunction with that, also raising funds, because as everybody knows, the research, the development and so forth, and bringing that public awareness comes at a cost, and it's people like myself, and there's a few other in our community that are real men that have taken that challenge on and get out there and help raise those funds and bring the awareness and have those awkward conversations with you.
And this isn't, so I know it's the kickoff because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but you're pretty much representing all cancers. So obviously there's a lot of different types of cancers. It is something that I think affects every family, everybody out there, no matter what type of cancer it is. So these funds actually help the American Cancer Society. And can you talk to the local, I guess, side of that, and how those funds are received and where they're utilized?
Definitely. What I've kind of done, I've been able to work with, this is my second year of being a real man for the American Cancer Society. And what I've been able to do, because, you know, obviously myself and both of you have been involved with last year's campaign, and we raised almost $15,000 last year, which was absolutely amazing. Everybody involved with it, I can't thank you all enough.
In a very short time.
In a very short period of time, yes. So what the funds do that I kind of raised through our Real Men, and with the help with people like yourselves, those funds stay locally within the San Luis Obispo County, Santa Barbara County, but more focused towards the San Luis Obispo County and they're kind of earmarked towards the Road to Recovery program. And what that does, I know both of you are aware, but many people that are watching might not be. The Road to Recovery is a program through the American Cancer Society that provides transportation to patients that are going to treatment, to their doctor's appointments, and so forth. They pick them up, take them to their appointments, stay with them during their appointments, and then make sure that they get returned safely back to their home or wherever they're staying. And they're kind of there to assist them during that time that maybe their family or friends might not be able to, because as we all know, the treatment programs and so forth is a very long-term process that you have to go through.
Right. I mean, you, Lisa, you can speak to that a little bit. I mean, I know you were going in and on a regular basis, and it was a whole thing of, and you thought inconveniencing your husband with that because he's working, and then, but you guys were able to work something out. But what does that mean for somebody like yourself to have that type of service available to you?
For me, that would have been wonderful because Garrett and I only have one car. So if there was ever a time where maybe our car didn't work, or if Garrett was unable to leave work, which thankfully his work was very generous in letting him always have that Friday off. And I always tried to schedule my chemo on Friday. And then when I did radiation, I just always had to have the car because radiation, of course, is Monday through Friday. There is no break with that. So having the ability to have somebody drive you if you didn't have a way to your treatment would be tremendous for somebody. I mean, you can't miss your treatments. Your treatments are such an important part of your recovery.
Exactly. So that's huge. And so now we get to talk about the fun part and how people can actually help and donate. And more importantly, talk a little bit about the fundraising dinner we're going to be doing next week at the beautiful rooftop of the Inn at the Pier. So we're excited about that. So if we want to kind of let people know how they can participate, if they're not comfortable quite yet with COVID, with going out, they can purchase, pre-sale raffle tickets at different locations, assist there. If they want to make direct donations, if they go to your Facebook page, like, let's get into all of the nuts and bolts of that and tell people how they can help us out.
All right. I'm not sure. There's quite a few people. If not, if you go to Facebook, Tom Becker, Room and Wear Pink has I have a page there that kind of goes into a lot of the details, description of what's available. There's links to be able to make donations. Those donations go directly to the American Cancer Society, and they are tagged under my name. So those funds are calculated. We're able to see real time all the donations that are made, and those funds are, like I said, are used to support the Road to Recovery program.
Nice. And then so for next week, again, we're going to be doing a sunset dinner, and I know the Inn at the Pier is going to be offering dinner items currently on their menu. In addition to that, they're going to be doing specialty drinks. Of course, we're going to have a pink theme, so that should be fun. Everything's going to be socially distanced. We're going to have hand sanitizer, masks on hand. So we're going to follow all the guidelines that we need to be doing, of course, at the time. But it's on the rooftop. It's outdoors. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the weather's been amazing here. And we're going to have raffle items. There will be silent auction items there, so people can participate in that. And all those proceeds, of course, will go to the ACS under Tom Becker. And then if people want to make donations outside of that, then they're more than welcome. And then pre-selling the raffle tickets, we're going to have Sheila's Sweet Treats. Of course, Lisa over at Pismo Beach Optics will have tickets for raffle items. And then, of course, the Pismo Beach Chamber of Commerce, where I'm at here today, we will have tickets available. So if you can't get out to the actual event and you want to support, then all that we would ask is you guys come out, purchase some raffle tickets. We'll go ahead and do the raffle there at the end of the night. So it's going to run from 5 to 8. I'm assuming we'll run the raffle around 7 or 7:30, and we'll do that live on Facebook. So you guys will be able to see that right here as far as whose names we're drawing and all that good stuff. So that should make it fun too. But did you want to speak to that a little bit more, and maybe, I mean, thanking, of course, Kristen and Gerald at the Inn at the Pier for, you know, they're always there to support. I feel like, you know, a lot of what we do here in the community, and it's nice to have that kind of partner. So what do you want to say to Gerald and Kristen there, Tom?
Hey, I want to say to both of them that I cannot thank them enough. They're absolutely amazing, amazing people. Inn at the Pier has always been there. Anybody that has stayed there, or whether you go up there for their beautiful view, have a beverage or two and look out over the ocean. Absolutely amazing service, amazing food, and amazing people. So if you haven't had a chance to get over there and visit them, definitely Inn at the Pier is the place to go and be. Next week on Thursday, starting at 5 o'clock, I will be there along with everybody else to kick this Real Men Wear Pink little fundraiser off. In addition, we've had multiple people, you know, businesses in our community that, yes, that have been supportive, not just this year, but last year as well. My hat's off to Arroyo Grande Chevrolet. They've always supported me above and beyond, and any, you know, from the beginning part of Real Men Wear Pink, they've ordered. There's all types of swag that we're going to have there at this event, also to hand out. And so, if you need one of these Chevy hats, you need pins, you need all kinds of swag,
It'll be there.
Arroyo Grande Chevrolet's got you covered.
Cool, super cool.
And
And
got my from last year on, Tom.
I see that.
Yes, I see that.
Yes, that was a great event. So I
Val,
guess
I'm going to be going live from the rooftop.
we will be our Learning Curve Summit next week, assuming we're not going to have any technical difficulties, but we will get there well in advance to do all of our testing. And we, Noble Productions, we're actually purchasing a mobile hotspot so that we don't run into any Wi-Fi issues anymore. So we will manage our own hotspot. And so I would imagine that we'll be just fine, but we're going to live stream live from right up there. And then we'll pan over to the event and we'll pull Tom on and we'll have some fun with that. But it should be a good time and we're looking forward to it. In closing, I wanted to, not to put you on the spot, Lisa, but you happen to be the Pismo Beach chairwoman and you happen to have survived cancer, breast cancer specifically, twice now. And we've seen the fight that you fought, you know, and we've been by your side the whole time and you've done an amazing job. I mean, to volunteer to run a Chamber of Commerce for 2 years while going through breast cancer, I don't know that many people can say that they can do that. I certainly couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine. So can you talk to maybe, and I know there's a lot of people out there that have had cancer and have gone through what you've gone through, but there's some that have not. And until I watched you go through your fight, I don't know that I really understood fully what is involved and how you can literally see somebody just I don't want to say disintegrate, but it's almost like that's what happens. Like before your eyes, you just see somebody just totally change. And I feel like the people that I know that have cancer, the fight you've had, like the strength that you've had, I guess, I feel like that means a lot to a lot of people when they have that strength and they have the people and the support there for you to fight that fight. I would think that makes a huge difference. And I never once saw you like move away from that. You've always had that in your mind that you're fighting. And, you know, I mean, God bless you. Like you've been amazing. You've been amazing to watch go through this and we admire you for that. So,
hey,
and I know your husband's been
you,
instrumental.
Garrett.
That was her husband.
And Val, I didn't know you were going to call on me. So I
know, but I mean, how can you not? Like you're the closest thing to this that we've seen. So if you want to say something about your fight for the second time, I mean, the other day we talked and you said, look, if cancer comes back to me again, you know, well, it's not.
Well, I'm gonna step in real quick, and everything that Val said, is from my heart. I completely agree with. Lisa, you are one of the strongest, most amazing women that I know. I love you beyond. You know, you've stepped up and you've helped me through this. I know I have family and so forth that have went through this. You know how personal this is to me. And having somebody like yourself that is just so strong is inspiring, which helps me do what I do, is having somebody like you behind me. Actually, you're in front.
She is, right?
Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know what you want me to say, but
Just, I mean, there's
I couldn't have gotten through truly. I mean, maybe I could have, I don't know, but the community for me is what helped me really get through it this past year. And my husband, I couldn't have done it without the support of my husband and my community, and you, Val, and Erica, who did the fundraiser for me, which was amazing. But I think my go-to on all of this has always been we as women, and we had the women from the ovarian cancer on a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of hurt my heart to hear that woman also say that she went to a doctor, and that doctor just kind of poo-pooed her symptoms and was kind of like, well, you know, you're a woman, you're crazy. And
you're crazy. We're all crazy.
Yeah, we're all crazy. But really, for me, I was a 20-year breast cancer survivor, and I had my yearly mammogram, and they had found a lump. And at the time, the doctor that I was going to, they wanted to wait for 6 months and then check up on that lump again. And my first breast cancer was HER2 positive, which is a aggressive breast cancer. So really waiting 6 months, I wasn't comfortable with. And I told them that I'm not comfortable with waiting 6 more months. And I just happened to go to Dr. Chabon in San Luis Obispo and told her that I had a lump and that my oncologist at that time wanted to wait. And she insisted we are not waiting. And she ordered me a mammogram, she ordered me an MRI. And that MRI showed the lump. And then I had another MRI with a biopsy. And it took a little bit of time, but we got the results back in, I think it was 3 weeks that I had to wait.
Yep.
And then my surgeon, Dr. Eddie Hayashi, who is awesome, called me and said, we have your results in, and you are going to Dr. Palchik today, right now. He's waiting for you. I've called him. And with that, I went to Dr. Palchik and then found out that I had, had triple negative breast cancer. And triple negative breast cancer, only 10% of women get triple negative. It's the hardest to treat, hardest to, the most rarest. But I will tell you right now that I'm here to stay, and breast cancer is not going to get me.
Yep. No.
So, yeah.
Cancer free, baby. Cancer free.
Cancer free.
Because we're
1 year on Sunday.
1 year.
So,
And we're going to cheers to that.
we are. Yeah.
big cheers.
So, anyways, though, the whole community, Pismo Beach as a community, has been so wonderful and has just stood behind me and pushed me through. And I can't thank everybody enough for all of their help to get me through that year. So,
and here's the thing, you know, Lisa does have a big support system and knows everybody, and that's all great. But I want to make sure that the message is made clear also that for those out there that might not have that, that's where the American Cancer Society comes in. That's where there's resources, there's groups, there's people that have gone through what you're going through. There's a lot of resources, and if you, I believe it's on the American Cancer Society website what those are, but you know, now you have a representative like Tom Becker here locally. He's here from, you know, the Shell Beach, Pismo Beach area. He has a lot of contacts himself, and so again, if you follow him on his Facebook page and you're somebody out there that's going through this and you need to know what groups are there or resources are there for yourself, you're meeting Tom right here. I mean, you're meeting Lisa, somebody that's gone through it, feel free to reach out,
I was going
to
to say that.
to either of
Feel
them.
free to reach out to me anytime via the Pismo Beach Chamber of Commerce, or my work, which is Pismo Beach Optics, is also on Facebook. If ever you need to talk to somebody, just to talk to somebody that has been there,
Yep.
I'm always here to help anybody get through their fight and to help them out. You're not alone. So you can always call me or text me, Facebook message me. I'm here for you.
You hear that? And reminding people again about, and whether it's breast cancer and you're getting mammograms, and, we all need to be doing that. I was actually hounding my sisters yesterday because I just found out that breast cancer runs very deep on my mom's side of the family. And so, now I'm telling my sisters, and of course they're like, well, what about you? And we all need to make sure that we're getting exams regularly, but even beyond breast cancer, there's colon cancer, there's all kinds of cancers. And so the takeaway here is what time? It's get your regular checkups. It's get your exams. And if you think something is wrong, like Lisa's saying, there probably is something wrong. So get a second opinion. This is your body. This is your life. Like if Lisa had waited and listened to the first diagnosis, she might not be sitting here in front of us today. It's not worth it. If you doubt something, go get a second opinion.
Well, on that note, one of the big responsibilities that I have is bringing that awareness, and along with that awareness is preaching to people that is do the self-examinations. When you find something that doesn't feel right, there's not a doctor on this earth that is going to know your body better than you do. So if you're doing your self-examinations on a regular basis and you notice something that doesn't feel right, that is the time to go to the doctor and research that. A lot of these stuff, breast cancer, where we have been over the last 30 years on being able to, to treat it and actually recover from it fully is absolutely amazing. On a little bit of a brighter note, that early detection can be, life or death. And there's over 15.5 million people living in the United States right now that are cancer survivors. I mean, so we have made great strides on progress on being able to battle this beast, but there's also a little bit of self-responsibility, and that's getting out there and, finding out. Self-examinations are absolutely key, and trying to get that into people's head. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. They're embarrassed about it. Men definitely are the absolute worst at it, but men can get breast cancer as well. There's over 2,150 cases a year annually on men with breast cancer, and roughly about 410 males die each year of breast cancer. So it is something serious, and guys are tough. They don't like to talk about it. Women don't like to, certain women do not like to discuss, their body with people. But this is something that is life or death. If you get to it early enough, it is it's not as invasive. It's easy to treat. I mean, there's just so much more opportunity to be able to minimize it, reduce it, and recover from it than waiting until it gets to a point that, you're at such a far stage that it's such invasive treatment. And sometimes even with that treatment, it just does not end well.
Right.
So, Val, you guys kind of mentioned, there is always, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, easy to find, Thomas Becker. You Google that, especially along the Central Coast, you'll easily find me. I cannot tell you how many telephone calls I get, private messages I get. At any time I'm available. If you need to talk, if you're going through the treatments, if you have questions, so forth, I'm always available. No matter what I'm doing, I will dedicate that time and make sure that I answer any question I could possibly answer for you. If I don't have the answer, I definitely know where I can get it. At any given time, if one of the big things we ended up last year discussing, most people will feel something during an evaluation or question something, and they'll get on the internet and they'll start researching and trying to self-diagnose themselves. That is the
Don't do it.
worst thing you could possibly do.
It is
The,
the worst.
there is a website with the American Cancer Society called, it's www.cancer.org. You go on there, there is anything you want to possibly know, and sometimes don't even want to know about
Right.
cancer is on that website. There's also all the phone numbers for individual, whether you're somebody that is helping if you have a family member that's going through cancer, through treatment, and so forth, and whether it's the mental stability of an individual, whatever that help you need, there are different divisions of the American Cancer Society that can help with whatever you're facing. You can be a caregiver, you could be the actual patient themselves, whatever. Those contact numbers, that resource is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, that you're able to talk to somebody and actually get an answer. Please do not go online and try to research and self-diagnose. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen. There's also a 1-800 number that you can call, same, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's 1-800-915-HELP. There's always somebody that is going to pick up that telephone and help you with whatever. They'll transfer you to whatever division for whatever your issue is, and make sure that you're not left with your answers not being answered, your questions not being answered.
Thank you. That is
That's
great information. Great information. So on that note, we want to end on the sunset dinner that we're going to be having, which is a fundraising event for American Cancer Society and the kickoff to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And that'll take place next Thursday at 5:00 p.m. on the rooftop on the beautiful Inn at the Pier. And we're going to have raffle, silent auction items. I believe we're going to have fun pink drinks. They're going to have their full menu available. So anybody that makes purchases at the rooftop on the 8th, 20% of that goes to the American Cancer Society. You can come out and make direct donations, whatever you want to do. Obviously, Tom Becker will be there representing Real Men Wear Pink here for the Central Coast. So you get an opportunity to meet him. Again, we're encouraging social distancing. We'll have hand sanitizer, face masks on hand. So we're following all the guidelines, being safe, but certainly supporting a good cause, because regardless of what's happening with the pandemic, cancer is still going on. It's still still happening. It's never going to stop. And this is what we can do as far as our part to help support ourselves here in the local area for people like Lisa and anybody else that's going through this at this time. So that's all I got. And Lisa, what do we end with?
Tom, I want to thank you so much for being with us today. It was a pleasure to have you. So sorry for all the technical difficulties, but we will look so forward to seeing you in person next Thursday. We'll be going live from the rooftop at 4:00, and then we will go into Tom's Real Men Wear Pink sunset dinner party. So we'll look forward to that, or fundraiser, excuse me.
Absolutely.
And everybody, don't forget, you'll see me, Val, whoever else wants to come out every Sunday at 8:00 in the morning. We are there at the Pier Plaza picking up trash, not only on our beach, but around our streets also. So don't forget, 8:00 in the morning, Sunday. I've got your mask, I've got gloves, we've got trash bags and a few pickers. So please come out and help our city out. Other than
One other thing I almost forgot, because we just got the okay on it, is our friends fundraiser that we're going to be doing at the Moose Lodge on the 11th. So there's more to come on that, but save that date, because the chamber is actually going to be partnering with the Moose Lodge here in Pismo Beach to serve breakfast.
We're going to cook and serve you.
We're going to be your servers. I've never been a server ever, so this should be very interesting. But it's going to be a donation fundraiser for the Pismo Beach Chamber of Commerce and the Moose Lodge. So again, more to come on that. So check on our Facebook page.
October 11th. Yes.
October 11th.
I look forward to being at that Moose event as well. Okay, I'm actively involved in both of those.
Yes, we're going to probably put you to work.
I want to again absolutely thank the Inn at the Pier for everything that they're doing for the next Thursday, And then Val and Lisa, I both, from the bottom of my heart, you guys know how much I love and feel for you guys, and you guys being so supportive. We have an absolutely amazing community that I am proud to be part of. And this is a cause that you will see me, getting out there in this entire month, making sure that anybody that I could possibly make aware of, I'll be there doing so.
So wear your pink, everybody. Bring your best pink. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Cheers.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.